And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday. And you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. And big ups to that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. Ran into him this week out on my travels, so shout out to old Waylon Jennings. Had a nice chat with him as well. And of course, sandwiched in the middle, of course, will be my wife. And my wife is coming in to help us with the mailbag, the question of the week this week. So a lot going on. Let's dive into it. But first, got to thank Jay'sToysAndGames.com for sponsoring this very video of weekly purchases. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. A lot of stuff this week from Jay's Toys and Games. Definitely check them out if you have not already. All kinds of deals to be had and pretty cheap costs as well. So shout out, got to get a deal all day long and twice on Sunday. How about that? And of course, we continue on with housekeeping. Patreon, February is almost up. Still time to get in with the giveaways. Of course, traditional giveaway this month, Christopher Reeve Platinum Superman. Check that out. And then, of course, anybody that signs up this month, $1.99 and above, you also get entered into the Claudio Castagnoli giveaway. So Claudio, Christopher Reeve, Superman, 2 giveaways this month as we start nearing to March, where March will be giveaway month. Of course, we'll have Patreon giveaways, but I want to give away 5 different items, of course, for our 5-year anniversary celebration towards the end of March. Stay tuned for that video. It's going to be an all-timer that'll change the course of this channel forever. Maybe, it really may. So we'll see what happens there. But you guys got to subscribe to the channel. We got to hit 50,000 subscribers by then. If we hit 50,000 subscribers, we're going to give away 5 different items for the giveaway that month. So a lot of different giveaways coming up for that. Of course, regardless, we're going to do a big giveaway for 50,000 because we should. And I think I got it figured out, and you'll see it later in this video of weekly purchases. But I want to give back as well. A lot of people think this is my full-time job. This is what pays the bills for me. I can tell you I do not make any money off my YouTube channel, Patreon, any of that kind of stuff. It's all back into the cost of goods is what this is. This isn't what I do to pay the mortgage and stuff. I have a real job. Yes, it's true, a real job. But I always want to give back whenever I can. That's why we do a lot of giveaways on this channel, and we'll do a lot for the 5-year anniversary. Appreciate everybody that stuck with me, especially some of you guys and you gals that have been here for 5 years, and there has some been here since the start. You've seen this channel grow and change, and just the way the channel's presented, all that kind of stuff. You go back to those first videos, oh man, hard to watch. But I think anybody that does YouTube, anybody that does any kind of job, any kind of athletic event, or you're a baseball player, the first day you started to the last, you're probably going to be improved. And I hope we have improved over here on the channel. I guess that's for you guys to tell me. But I appreciate all the support over the last 5 years. A lot of fun stuff to come in March. It should be a very fun video. A lot of cool giveaways, a lot of cool announcements to come. So stay tuned for that once again. And of course, this week on the channel, a lot going on. We got 2 YouTube channels. A lot of people forget that. Kyle Peterson 2.0. Got a lot of crazy videos over there. A lot of stuff unboxed over there as well. But this week, we did unbox the brand new big rubber guy, Ric Flair. We unboxed that this week. We did a Harley race top 5 on the channel. Everybody loves a little Harley race, don't they? We did that. The brand new NECA Leatherface, we unboxed that one. Main Event Series 154, unboxed them all in one video. We just got through. How about that new AJ Styles head on that one? That's pretty good as well. We did the brand new Ringside Collectible exclusive Bloodline 4-pack. We unboxed that this week. Figure Collection Bone Cruncher Jeff Jarrett. Check that video out. The Matt Maniac Steiners and LOD this week. We did a What's in the Box from Mattel, part of their Mattel Revealed promotion. We did that video this week. Hulk Hogan Greatest Hits Ultimate. Hulk Hogan Greatest Hits Elite this week through on the door. Everybody loves a little Hulkster, don't you? Unless you're me, who's been against the Hulkster from the 80s, as we do know. Mumra and Young Lino. It's just so hard. A lot of these videos live on Patreon for a month to a year sometimes because there's only so much stuff you can get out there. But we're finally getting those Thundercats that have been up on Patreon for a while up there. We did Rappin' Mike and Nomad Leo over there on Kyle Peterson 2.0. Of course, every single week we do some Mythic Legion unboxings. You'll hear more of that in weekly purchases. I think Kyle Peterson 2.0 might be very Mythic Legion heavy for a little bit here coming up. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. We also unboxed Captain Cold, Power Girl, a lot of the DC McFarlane stuff over there. So a lot of stuff to keep you busy between both YouTube channels, social media, everything else. One-stop shop for action figures, really, at the end of the day. Just a song and dance man, as I always say, as well. So that is kind of the week that was. That is the plugs of the week, all the other stuff, the housekeeping, we'll call it. Now we got to bring my wife in. We got to get down to it. Let's get down to the question of the week. All right, question of the week time. My wife Angie's here. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Good to have you back here, Angie. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Good. I'm doing good. Well, that's good to hear. It's been a monumental week this week, of course. We did just recently get back from the vet. Had to go to round 2. Old Domino had to get some blood drawn. Spent another like $400 and some. Just a wild time. Just fun. Just that money. I'm like that kid from that meme, just throwing the money out the window. That's what's going on right there. And we're going to do it later in weekly purchases as well. We're going to keep throwing that money out the window is what we're going to do. But a quiet time, or a crazy time, more like it, at the vet. There was all kinds of loose dogs running around. They didn't have their act together. We were getting ready to go. And then they said, don't you think Domino needs some blood? And then they said, oh yeah, she does need some blood checked.
Some urine.
And some urine. And then they had to dig her urine out of the snow. And then, they got some dirt in there. She might have to go again. I'm like, well, good luck. She went before she left the house like a good girl, and now she went again for you. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get her to go 3 times. So then Angie did the thing a responsible dog owner was. She said, well, I'll take her out there. And then Angie peed in the snow herself, did the drug test for her, and Domino failed the drug test. What is in your system? Oh my gosh, what have you been up to? Who knows? But it was a wild time at the vet, of course. And then Angie, how about this week? Our 15-year anniversary this week. 15 years, almost 2 decades.
Crazy. Well, we've been together 2 decades.
That's true. That's true as well. It's been 21 years, our 21st year together here. So how about that? And I remember when we got married, I said, I'm not getting married. I'm not doing it. No. I said, oh, let's just get married today. Maybe not. But 15 years. 15 years. Can you believe it?
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. And we went out to dinner. Any thoughts on dinner?
It was good.
It was good. We went to an Italian place, and luckily we could find it because it's hard to find, but we found it. Tried to go to another place first, but their line is just ridiculous. A little small little place. Been wanting to go there, but I don't want to get in line, especially when it's like 15 degrees below zero outside. I don't feel like waiting in line. I don't know if any food is that good, but we did go to an Italian restaurant. You got a steak. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so talkative today.
So talkative. Yeah. Yep, I did. Would you like to elaborate on that steak? No, I wouldn't. Okay, well, that's fine. She got a steak de Burgo, if you're familiar with that, and I got chicken livers, like an old man, like an old 80-year-old man out on the farm eating chicken livers. We got to use every bit of this chicken, Angie. Let's eat the livers up tonight, and that's what I did. I had chicken livers, a baked potato, a salad. Oh, just living that dream.
They weren't bothering me. Usually they make me the smell.
Wasn't bothering her.
And
That's
you
good.
recooked them at home.
I recooked them. So Angie said she's going to start making chicken livers around the house. Yeah, it's going to be good. I miss my grandma. My grandma used to do that for me. She'd make them. That's how I learned to like them as a kid. The more you know. But happy 15-year anniversary to you, Angie. Mwah, you did it. Very good. What are we doing? We're going to pound it. Let's pound it. Yeah. All right, we'll pound it later. We'll get after that. But we did go to the vet. We had our 15-year anniversary. And then probably the biggest news this week, and you guys saw it in the Toy Hunt video, we hit, of course, K-pop gold at Half Price Books. We went to the Half Price bookstore, found all the K-pop stuff you could ever want. It was just K-pop stuff coming out of our ears. The kids were just in heaven. They couldn't believe it. And I said, did you see the K-pop clearance set? And they were like, you're lying to us, Dad. You're just pulling our leg. And I said, no, follow me, girls. And then they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, $3. And you were saying some of that stuff was like $50 at the K-pop store, but then we're buying it for $3 at Half Price Books. Sign me up all day long. I love it. I
was like out of breath. She was so excited.
They were so excited, and then just couldn't believe it. So all kinds of K-pop gold for those kids. They were just so happy, and I just don't understand the K-pop thing. We talked about it last week. They don't even understand the language. I don't even get what's going on here. It's over my head. But tonight we might go to Korean chicken. Why wouldn't we? Let's keep that K-pop thing going. We'll go to a Korean chicken place and just living that Korean life. Shout out to Korea, I guess. I don't know. My grandpa, long since passed, he fought in the Korean War. He'd say, "What are you kids doing?" He's like, these guys. He'd be like, "These guys tried to kill me once upon a time, in the Korean War, and now we're listening to their music and they're singing about peanut butter and jelly." He just put his head down. He was a manly man, of course. He was a welder by trade, so he was doing manly things. That's for sure.
It'll put him in the grave. We can't tell him.
Well, he already is. He died, Grandpa Ronnie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Grandpa Peterson.
Grandpa Peterson, he was in World War II. And he didn't fight the Koreans in that war, but I'm not sure. He's still a little antsy about some of that stuff too. That's for sure. So we had that going on, but K-pop all over the day. And then this week, I'm traveling to Kansas City. You're going to have a couple of lonely nights without me. How will you ever survive? I'll be down in Kansas City, but I'll be back in time for Elle's 14th birthday. I can't believe it. 14 years. Oh my gosh, I just can't. Where's the time go? So we're going to have a K-pop party. I think a K-pop band's coming in, if I'm not mistaken. And good friend of the channel, Jeff George, is flying in to sit in with that K-pop band because he knows all the guitar licks, even for K-pop songs. Maybe not. But we're here today, Angie, for the question of the week. I don't know. You got it in you this week?
I might.
See if you do. All right.
Energy level low.
She's got no energy. I'm always fired up. I'm 10 monsters deep right now, which reminds me, we were, of course, shopping this week, and I did finally find the perfect. We talked a couple of weeks ago about my hair issues, and you got your own hair issues this week. Mm-hmm. I had some hair issues. I was getting the body wash mixed up with the conditioner, something like that. It was really complicated in the shower, let me tell you. But I did find the monster, of course, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all of it mixed in one. It's like a 10-in-1. So really living that monster life, really living up to the Kyle name is what I'm doing there. And then you lost your hair just like me or something?
Yep.
And that's it. No more.
A little short piece that broke off. You don't want to know how.
Okay, well, if we don't know, we don't want to know. So, a riveting story once again right there. But Angie, might as well take it away. Let's do the question of the week.
Oh, God. 88, Xavier C. Question of the week. Kyle, in the Bloody Valentine unboxing, you mentioned that there's some movies you would want to remake. Of which would they be? Do you want to answer that first? Sure.
There's a two-parter. So what movie would I like to get a remake of? I guess I'd have to sit and think about. Part of me wants a Basket Case, and that's one of the only movies you've seen is Basket Case. I'd like to see that remade just with all the modern kind of stuff, but there's something special about the grimy nature of the 80s exploitation films. I just don't know if it'll translate to a modern day thing. So I was thinking Basket Case at first, but probably not. That's probably not a good one. I would like to see a movie called Death Game redone, and I think they tried to redo it, but I think they redid it, and I think I saw it, and I think I hated it. I went back to the old Death Game, and Death Game's a great movie, Angie. One of these days I'll show you about that, but it's from the 70s, I believe, based, I think, in San Francisco. I won't spoil it for everybody, but if you've never seen the classic Death Game, that'd be a good one to be remade in this modern time. I think they could do a good job on that. Somebody, maybe me, who knows? And a deeper cut, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker would be a good one. A crazy story from back in the day where, like, this kid, his, like, family dies and his aunt starts raising him, but then his aunt has the hots for him and like tries to kill everybody that gets around him and stuff. She just really, really loves him. And I forget the old teen heartthrob that was in that movie back in the day, but it's a wild movie that could translate to an update, I think, maybe, possibly. Who knows? And I would love to see, and this wasn't originally a movie, it was a TV show, but it stole my heart, never let go, and it's still one of the greatest shows of all time. I remember being like 5 years old, 6 years old, watching it on Fox when the Fox network first began. It was a show called Werewolf. It was kind of like the Incredible Hulk series with werewolves. And I love werewolves. Werewolves are the best. And I would love to see that made modern day. I think that would be an awesome reboot for a TV show or make it into a movie. Something special about that one. Scorsese. Scorzani was the guy's name. But he had the eye patch going on with, I forget his name. It was, he used to be a football player. It's escaping me now, but I absolutely love that. If you've never seen the Fox Werewolf series, man, watch it. You'll thank me later for sure. And I think all the episodes are on YouTube, so you can watch it all for free. Sign me up all day long. I would love to see that remade one of these days. So that's my short list off the top of my head.
I will not thank you later for that.
Right there. So Angie, there's a second part.
Angie, seeing how you're not a fan of horror movies, what are some of your favorites?
Well, she's not a fan, so she doesn't have any favorites.
I like a cop movie. There's an FBI agent in it. Sign me up.
She likes all those FBI shows and those, like, that kind of stuff.
But I like documentaries and like
but no good documentaries. You don't like them on
Expedition
music
Unknown
and oh yeah, you don't really like that. Well, you don't like it when they're hunting the crypto creatures. You like it when they're looking for the ancient tombs of Egypt.
Yep.
Where I want to hear about these cryptids. I want to hear about what Bigfoot's up to, or the skunk ape, or the bear wolf, or any of the googaroo or whatever. I want to hear about that kind of stuff. But you're all in for the buried treasure, sunken treasures of the Great Lakes. You're in for that kind of stuff where. Yeah, I watch that too, but I like the crypto stuff better. But yeah, you don't like horror movies. You're not going to sit down and watch any splatter fests or anything like that. It's just not your thing where, that's how I unwind. I unwind with like a good murder horror movie. So you get scared. Well, we do got a bonus question for you this week. And you didn't read who the question was from.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. If you swear, if you promise. All right, but we got a bonus question for you.
Zorro652004. Does Angie ever put her long hair in Princess Leia cinnamon buns? Would be a cute look.
Would be a cool look, and you've done that in the past, actually. I don't know, once or twice. Was it Halloween? I can't remember when you did that, but you wore the slave girl Leia outfit for a while, and that was pretty cool, I thought. That was cool. You had it up there and stuff, but no.
Not low. Sometimes I do them like higher.
Yeah,
like
you do.
Space buns.
I'm sure maybe come Halloween, you could take special requests. Anybody got any requests for Angie? I mean, she is saying right now, if we hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of March, she's going to do this in a full-on bikini, and she'll put those buns on there too. Maybe not, but maybe. You never know with her. She's a wild one. But yeah, you've done that before, very similar, so she could do it. You never know what Angie might be up to. She's got a lot of hair, that's for sure. And you lost some, and nobody would even know. That's for sure. So there it is. That is the question of the week. Angie, anything else for you? Nope, she's going to go straight off to nap time. I mean, it is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. It is perfect napping time, I think, that's for sure. And we're going to go have all kinds of fun tonight, that's for sure as well. But if you want to be the question of the week, put your question in the comments down below. And now we got to sign up for the weekly purchases. All right, let's kick off weekly purchases with round number 1. I believe 2 rounds this week of weekly purchases, but let's kick it off with what I believe we will do as the big giveaway for the 5-year anniversary of this very YouTube channel. I did get this through the door. I did get one of these about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. What is time? I did get one free gifted to me from Mattel. Of course, I did order one myself. However, I'm going to give back. I guess we'll say the Mattel one I got for free, I'm going to give back to you. We're talking about Rhea Ripley and the Ultimate Ring. Of course, the brand new Raw ring still in box right here. I've never unboxed this one. I haven't opened this one up. This is the one I did pre-order from Mattel. Like I said, Mattel sent me one. I unboxed it on the channel. This is the one I spent my money on, and I'm going to give it back to you guys for the 5-year anniversary. That is the plan right now. It could change. Maybe something better will come out, or maybe the feedback will say, I don't want the Raw ring. I want something else. You guys tell me. But we did get the Raw ring through the door this week. So shout out to that. And keeping it wrestling via our friends at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Already unboxed this on the channel. It is the Bloodline 4-pack. So dive into that if that is your thing. From Jay'sToysAndGames.com, save 15%. I did grab the latest main event series 155 figures, Lyra, Valkyria, and our old friend Sid in the blue, of course. So we'll unbox these two together on the channel. Can't wait to compare those Sids. Stay tuned to that on the channel very, very soon. Via our friends over there at the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, Big Rubber Guys, I did get the new Ric Flair here. I did already unbox this on the channel, but there he is in the package with the belt on. There you go. But we did get that through the door this week as well. Happy to get Ric Flair here. Did get a little NECA release this week. We got Grandma April. Yes, Grandma April through the door this week. So there's old Grandma April looking good. Looking only like a grandma could look. Somebody make some cookies. Also got Casey Marie and Bicycle. So this will be a very interesting one to dive into as well. Both those turtle figures through the door this week. And I guess we're not done with wrestling. Ringside Collectible exclusive, El Desperado. Got this as well this week. And he's still wrapped up. Haven't even unwrapped him yet. So got El Desperado through the door. How about a little He-Man? We already unboxed this one on the channel this week. Check out the video if you did miss it. It is the Mattel Creations exclusive New Eternia Panther through the door. So another cool one there. Kyle's Big Cat Rescue continues is what that is right there. Did get a little album this week. I'm just flying through the weekly purchases here. But we did get the latest and greatest from the Head Cat. I forgot to order this one here. So I did get the CD version. Of course, anything Lemmy, Motorhead, Head Cat related, I do always pick up. I got their latest live concert from way back in the day, like '09, I think it was. what's it say here? 2008. So from 2008, Lemmy and the Boys and the Head Cat. If you never heard the Head Cat, check it out for some more Lemmy action, of course. And the last but certainly not least for part 1, got half of the shipment. Of course, his steed has been delayed, but he has not been delayed. It is the Mondo, of course, Scare Glow. Oh, baby, playing a lot of hits right here. Can't wait to dive into this one on the channel. Love some Mondo Masters Universe. Love a skeleton. Love a Scare Glow. But that is it. That is round number 1 of weekly purchases. All right, time for round number 2 of weekly purchases, and it's a big round, so let's get after it. Let's start it off, but let's start with a little NECA this week. And you know, some may say we're just making it. Yes, making it. Deep cut. Anybody know where I'm going? Shout it out in the comments. We got the American Werewolf in London 2-pack here from NECA, hitting Target stores right now. Picked that up this week. And also while I was at Target, I did pick up Itchy and Scratchy, the smaller figures here, which do blend with the regular sized figures very well. So I did pick both of those up along my travels. But now we're diving into that Legion life. We're diving into the Mythic Legions, and we got the brand new Necronominous wave through the door this week. Of course, you can grab yours at Jay's Toys and Games, saving 15%. Yes, 15% with code Kyle on the 26th of February when they do hit all the other retailers. So head over to Jay's Toys and Games, tell them Kyle sent you, and if you're after your Legions, save 15% over there. But let's dive through it. I'm not going to read their names because I can't pronounce half of them. We got one right there. We got a lot. Part of the Necronominous wave right there. Second one. About number 3. There it is. We got the Necronominous himself. Ready to go. Of course, got a couple of steeds. Got to have a steed, of course. Look at that bad boy coming through the door. The hits keep on coming. I think my dad might want this one in his collection. I'll have to converse with him later. Send him over to Jay's Toys and Games, of course. Got that bad boy. And then we got some regular standard style figures here. The Knights are coming out. The Knights of Columbus is what they really are. Got 2 of those bad boys. How about 3? And then last but certainly not least, another skeleton action right there. And the last thing for weekly purchases this week, we got a big old ogre style knight going on here. So the Necronominous wave through the door. Like I said, the 26th available at Jay's CD and Hobby, jaystoysandgames.com. Use Kyle, 15% off. Got to get a deal. Probably your cheapest place to buy these ones once that retailer street date does hit. This is, of course, the all-in set. I did get the feet over there. I forgot to bring those in, but you do get the bonus packs of the feats and all that kind of stuff. Is what it is. But I'm going to be living that Legion life over there on Kyle Peterson 2.0. We usually, not usually, every Monday, we do a Mythic Monday, sometimes a Cosmic Monday. But we will unbox probably all these over the next 9 days or so on the channel. So if you want to see these bad boys unboxed, maybe you haven't been living that Legion life, you can get a peek under that tent as I unbox all of these on the channel. So stay tuned for that, of course. But that's it. Looking around, that's the weekly purchases this week. A very, very busy week once again. But what did you pick up this week? Anything excite you? Anything exciting in the stores or online? Did you pick up something at jaystoysandgames.com? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Close to 50,000, as you guys do know. We're near and dear, getting closer and closer every single day to getting there. Need your guys' and gals' help, so subscribe if you have not already. Check out the Patreon. Check out Pro Wrestling Tees. Check out my TikTok channel. Check out Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and of course, over there on Instagram. And you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way to Kansas City this week.